Good morning and welcome to Wisdom with Grace Yoga. My name is Sophie, and on this channel, I am your manifesting yogini. I have a morning yoga practice for you to manifest some energy for your day and hopefully give you a good start to your day. This is a great practice on the mornings when you feel a little sluggish and need a little extra energy. So when you are ready, put some of your favorite music on. We'll be using a blanket and a couple of blocks if you have them. When you're ready, let's begin. So let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. I'm going to be seated in Virasana on my knees. I like to use a couple blocks here and stack a couple blocks. And come to a seat here on your knees, on your heels. You can also just come to any comfortable seat that feels good to you, sitting cross-legged. I like how it opens up my quadriceps here. And so let's take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, feeling the belly expand. Exhale. Empty, slightly contract. Inhale, big breath in. Send the air down, down, down. Belly expands. And exhale. Release, emptying out all the air. One more big breath. Feeling the belly, maybe moving into the rib cage, the collarbone. Exhale. Release down. Let's lift the shoulders up to the ears and exhale, drop them down. Inhale. And exhale. Release them down. Inhale, reach them up to the ears. Exhale. Release them down. And just moving the head side to side, saying no. And up and down, saying yes. And now we'll sniff your armpit and move the nose, move your gaze up and down from here. And returning back to center, nose to armpit, up and down. And then bringing the head back to center. Let's move the nose to armpit once again. Draw down and reach the left hand, palm facing up, and bring that right behind your head. The right hand can reach towards the floor here for a little bit more. Maybe press the palm towards the floor. And we're not pulling very hard on the head, just gently allowing the weight of the hand to do the work here. If you want more, you can bring the right hand behind the back. Breathe. And return back to center. And bring the nose to the right armpit. Bring the right hand behind the head. Breathing here. And any arm variation here that feels good to you. We're not pushing or forcing anything in our stretching, especially first thing in the morning. And releasing the right hand down. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders and just rotate through the arms a few times. Elbows. Drawing circles with the elbows in one direction. reversing direction. And big sweep up with the hands. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Perhaps gaze towards the hands. Gently lengthen the ears away from the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. Release the right hand to the right. Reach the left hand overhead. Side bend over to the right. Inhale, returning back to center. And exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, returning back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. And release the arms about shoulder height. We'll just hold here, an active twist. Inhale. And exhale, returning back to center. Exhale over to the right, bringing the arms and shoulder height. Inhale, lengthen through the base of the spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, returning back to center. If you have blocks here, release them. You can put those to the side. You might want them later at the front of your mat. And just moving deeper into a quad stretch. Bringing palms behind you. You can bring them to blocks if the floor is far away. And you can keep the chin tucked under here for this, or open up the throat if that feels okay. Press through the tops of the shins to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drawing the hips back down towards the heels. Reach the palms forward. Bring the knees wide apart. Sit back into a child's pose. And setting your intentions for your day today. My intention for today is to create peace, love, harmony, understanding. And returning back to hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Moving through some gentle cat-cows. Inhale, the belly drops. Gaze lifts, exhale, moving in unison with breath, rounding through the spine. And then pause here with a neutral spine. Extend the left foot behind you, lifting it hip height, flexing through the right foot, reaching the right hand forward, palm faces in. Imagine dragging the grounded hand and knee in towards each other, reaching the lengthened leg and arm away. And hold, breathing here. Release the left toes down. Bring the right hand behind the head and reach the right elbow up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And exhale, release the right hand down and stepping the left knee to meet the right, about hips distance apart. Extend the right leg, lift it hip height. Reach the left hand forward, palm facing in, and hold here in your sunbird, pressing strong straight arm. Ujjayi breathing if that's in your practice. It's a slight constriction on the back of the throat. And release the right toes down. Bring the left fingertips behind the head and reach the left elbow up towards the ceiling. Release the left hand down. Release the right knee down. Walk the hands about a palm's distance forward. Tuck the toes under. Unfurl into your first down dog. Any movement you need here, pedaling out the feet. Maybe saying yes or no with the head if that feels wise in your body. Or just inviting some stillness here. From your down dog, bring your feet fairly wide on the mat and walk your hands towards the feet, soft knees, and hang out here in a wide-legged forward fold. From here, tick-tock the hands over to the right. And then back over to the left. Come back to center. Soft knees. Heel toe the feet in about hips distance apart. Press through the feet and rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Take your time getting up to standing. When you arrive, perhaps press through the heels, hips move forward, finding a bit of a back bend. And exhale, coming back the same way we came. The chin tucks under, rounding through the spine and moving down. Just warming up through the spine here. This time, tick-tock to the right and roll up the right side of the body. And then moving over to the other side and down through the left. And then tick-tock to the left. So inviting some movement here through the spine. Feels nice in the mornings to me. Exhale over to the right. And you can move through this as quickly or as fast as feels good for you. And then just move however you feel like you need to. Get it out. And step to the front of your mat. Let's just start to rock side to side. Soft knees here. Just moving through the waist. And then do a nice, soft, deep bend through the knees. Inhale through the nose, reach the fingers up to the ceiling, and exhale with a sigh, fold over the legs. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And just hold out here in your forward fold. Step back with the right foot. Nice big long lunge here. Release the right hand to the floor. Left hand reaches towards the ceiling, but in line with the left shoulder. And then we're going to switch legs. Release the left hand down. Step the left leg back. Step the right foot down, forward and reaching the right hand towards the ceiling. Exhale, release right hand down. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps forward. Left hand down. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps forward. And then releasing both hands down, turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. And hang out here in your wide-legged Prasarita forward fold. Hands to the hips. Elbows squeeze in towards each other. Inhale with a flat back. Up to standing. From here, reaching the right hand overhead, sweep the right hand, side bend over to the left. And then sweep forward to center, side bend over to the right. And then sweep forward, back to center, right back to your 5-pointed star. Sweep your arms to the back of the room and step back. Move into a down dog. Pressing the hips back, lifting high into the balls of the feet, soft knees, press the hips back into a down dog. From down dog, shift forward into a plank. Release the knees to the floor. Knees come wide apart, toes together, sit the hips back. One more child's pose. And from your child's pose, inhale, coming forward. Knees come about hips distance apart. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to shift the hips slightly forward, so we're in a plank on our knees. Elbows towards the back of the room and lower down just to a half chaturanga. And back up and press the hips back into a child's pose. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale forward, chaturanga, and back into a child's pose. As you lower down, keep the head lifted. This time, maybe all the way down to the floor. Hands right by the rib cage. Squeeze the elbows in. Tops of the feet press into the mat. Heart pulls forward. Hands drag back. Inhale, rise up to Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. You should be able to lift the hands right up off the floor. And exhale, press through the mat, coming right back up to your knees, and hips drag towards the heels once again in a child's pose. Reach the fingertips slightly forward. From here, come to standing onto your knees. Step forward with the right foot. So we're here with the shoulders stacked over the hips. And slightly shift the hips slightly forward here. Bringing the right hand to the right hip. Reach the left arm overhead. Exhale, come into a half Hanumasana split. So you can bring blocks underneath the hands if the floor is far away. Reach the toes towards your face. And now walk the hands to the inside of the foot. Walk the right foot out. Bend through the right knee. Tuck the back toe under, lift the back knee, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand, and sit down into your Yogi Malasana squat. Inhale, exhale, release the hands, tuck the chin under, lift the hips, heel toe the feet in. flat back. Inhale, rise all the way up to center. Inhale, hands come through to heart center. And by your side, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach up, flat back, maybe arch back when you arrive. Exhale, hands to heart center and by your side, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Press through the feet, flat back. Inhale, rise up to standing. When you arrive, maybe a gentle back bend, arch back, and exhale, hands through to heart center and by your side, Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Step the right foot back, big step into your low lunge. Place the right hand down. The left hand reaches towards the ceiling. Releasing the left hand down, step the left foot back, right foot forward, reaching right hand to the ceiling. Couple more times, stepping right foot back, left foot forward. Left foot back, right foot forward. Stepping the left foot forward. Release both hands to the inside of left foot. Turn yourself over to the wide edge of the mat into your Prasarita forward fold. Dragging the feet in together. Bring your arms out into a T, flat back. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, reaching the right fingertips towards the left toes. Inhale, return back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. A few more times like this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And returning back to center. Turn your toes to the front of the mat. Step back. Option to float through your vinyasa of choice. So we can do what we did earlier, or any vinyasa here that feels good. Drop your knees if you need, and lowering down to the belly. Hands drag towards the feet. Inhale, rise up, Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, or up dog if that's in your practice. And exhale, press back up into down dog. Release the knees back down to the floor. Step forward with the left foot into your Anjaneyasana low lunge. Gently press the hips slightly forward, slightly squeezing the right glute to feel a little bit more here through the hip flexor. Left hand to the hip. If you find this balance hard, you can always bring the hand to the knee and reaching the right hand overhead. Exhale, straighten through the front leg. Into your half Hanumasana split, stretching the toes towards the face. Soften through the front knee, walk the hand to the inside of the foot, tucking the back toe under, and stepping the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Sit down, Malasana squat. If you deal with any irregularity in the mornings, this can be a big help for that. And from our Malasana, we'll come to a seat. Reaching the feet forward into our staff position. Reach the fingertips forward and slowly lowering down to the earth. And then reaching the hands overhead, finding a nice big stretch. Reaching through the toes, through the hands. And walking the soles of the feet to the earth. We'll move into a bridge pose with arms overhead, so a bridge flow here. So to know where the feet go in bridge, what do they usually say? Try to find the heels with the fingertips. Well, that's great unless you're really flexible and then your heels are behind your knees. So that doesn't really work. So what I like to say is press down with the knees. Can you feel your heels underneath your knees? That's about where we want. And you can test, see if your fingertips touch. So from here, reaching the arms overhead. Inhale, the hips lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands by your sides. Breathing in out through the nose. Inhale, hips lift. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands float to your sides. Hips come down. I'm going to stop talking now, so just move with your moving meditation here. Exhale. Inhale. One more round. And then arriving here, drawing the right knee into the chest. Extend the left leg long down the mat. With the left hand, draw the right knee over to the left. You can use the right thumb and hook it into the hip crease. And press down through the hip crease. It's just an invitation to lengthen through the waist a little bit more. Inhale, drawing the knee back to center. And drawing both knees into the chest. Give them a hug. Maybe rock side to side. And moving on to the other side. Interlace the hands around the left knee. Extend the right leg long down the mat. With the right hand, draw the knee over to the right. Breath in and out. Bringing both knees into the chest. Hug them nice and close. We're going to finish now with about a 10-minute Shavasana, followed by Kabalti breath, or breath of fire. So in the mornings, I tend to get a little sleepy if I meditate in the mornings. So doing this breath work after meditation can bring your energy back up. Once you find yourself in Shavasana, press down with the upper arm bones into the floor to lift your shoulder blades, walk them down the back. Allow yourself to take up space here, arms by your sides, or you can place your hands on your rib cage. Observing the residue of practice today. In this moment, there is nothing you need to do. There's nowhere you need to be. There's nothing in the future you need to think about. You notice your mind starts to go on, I gotta do this today and this today. Settle it back into the breath, back into the body. And taking a breath in and out, reaching the arms overhead, walking the soles of the feet to the mat, and drawing the knees into the chest. Roll over onto one side and press your way up to a comfortable seat. Find a comfortable seat here where your knees are a little. Find yourself into a comfortable seat. If you need a blanket here, if your hips are pretty tight, or you're rounding here through the back quite a lot, grab yourself a blanket or sit up onto a block. We'll bring your right heel in and crossing the left ankle in front of it. And just doing some breath work here to re-energize ourselves. If you find that meditation energizes you, you have a different feeling from it, then by all means, you're welcome to skip this practice. You can also skip this practice if you had a big meal, or if you're pregnant, or you have a respiratory problem. So Kalabati breath, or breath of fire, also known as skull shine breath. We're going to bring our hands to our low abdomen and just start to practice that deep breathing again. Inhale, filling up the belly. Exhale, release in and out through the nose. So it's just like this, but at a super fast pace. You might need some tissues nearby. So I can demonstrate, or if you know it, you can just start right away. So inhale through the nose. Quickly exhale. Inhale and exhale, relax. Breathing normally in and out through the nose. Let's do it again. This time, notice if you're moving any other parts of your body besides your abdomen, your shoulders, or you're scrunching your face up when you do this. See if you can just isolate the movement through the abdomen. Inhale and exhale. And let's go. Inhale and exhale, relax. Let's do one more round. And you can keep your hands where they are. You can reach them overhead and make fists by bringing the thumb to your, this is Mashti Mudra, so bringing your thumb to your ring finger and wrapping the fingers around. So this helps with stress relief. So taking a breath in. Inhale and exhale, release, shake it out. Let's finish with 3 ohms. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great day today. Namaste.